Hello, my name is Diego Astudillo, and we're going to be looking at the story of Doman and be looking and diving into the hero's journey. The hero's journey. The hero's journey is a 17-stage outline created by Joseph Campbell used to explain the different stages of a story. This outline can mainly be applied to stories containing a traditional hero character, though this can be applied to many different types of stories as well. We can see this hero's journey being used for a template for many stories over the years and can be used to explain a lot of stories and myths. We see the hero's journey being able to be condensed into three main stages. These three main stages include the departure, the initiation, and the return, with each containing many different intricacies between them. With these different stages, we can begin to dissect and organize our myths and begin to understand how and why myths are written the way they are. Doman, the beginning. There is a great god of war who brought conflict and war to the earth. Over the years, the great god of war grew bored and eventually settled down and became the father of many great demigods. The god of war raised his two demigod brothers, but there is a third brother who is known to the other two. This is Doman, and unlike the other two brothers, he is exiled at birth and is raised in a small village. Our story starts with Doman living in a secluded village, unaware of his godhood, when suddenly his village is attacked by his two demigod brothers who are looking and seeking him out. Doman the demigod. Doman learns of his brothers as they invite him to join them in conquering the world. Doman denies the request and refuses to go with them. After hearing that their lost brother won't go with them, they overpower Doman and knock him out and destroy his village. Doman wakes up in a cave with a mysterious figure tending to his wounds. This figure turns out to be an old blacksmith and is the sole survivor of the village. The blacksmith tells Doman what happened to the village and invites Doman to travel with him, as they are the two only remaining survivors of the village. Seeking out his brothers. Doman is appalled by the actions of his brothers and vows to seek them out in order to stop them from destroying more villages. Doman departs with the blacksmith in search of his brothers and in search of his mysterious past. Doman and the blacksmith quickly find the path of destruction left behind by the two brothers and begin to follow them. They soon learn that the two brothers aren't traveling alone and command a small army who they soon encounter. Doman's realization. They soon encounter a small town being raided by the brothers' army. Doman rushes to the town and starts fighting the small group of warriors sent by the brothers. Doman quickly reaches a small house where he sees a large warrior about to strike down a small girl. Doman struggles with the warrior as he does not know how to fight, but after seeing the slain mother of the child, goes into a fit of rage. Doman overpowers the warrior, but before he can administer the killing blow, he is stopped by the blacksmith who tells him to stop. He then sees a small girl looking up at him with fear, causing him to come to his senses. Doman and the child. The blacksmith quickly grabs the child, and they quickly leave the burning town. While traveling from town to town, the blacksmith tries to reason with Doman to stop chasing after the brothers and to settle down to raise the child. Doman refuses, arguing that if they don't chase the brothers, there will be more orphans like the child. The blacksmith agrees to continue on the journey, only if Doman vows to protect the child. Doman agrees, and they start to gain speed on the two brothers. While on their journey, Doman quickly learns how to fight and how to dispose of warriors only using his bare fists. Doman vows to not kill anyone and to try to be example for the child. Doman has slowly fought off the entire army of the brothers, and quickly the two brothers are the last one left. Doman enters the camp of the two brothers and confronts them for their actions. The two brothers shun him for acting against their father's wishes and tell him of his true origins in an effort to get him to join him. Doman rejects his origins as being the son of a god, as he has seen what the brothers have done. They finally engage in combat with the two brothers, and Doman quickly overpowers him with his newfound strength. Doman's realization. The two brothers refuse to be defeated, and one goes after the blacksmith while the other one goes after the child. The blacksmith struggles and tries to protect the child, and dies trying. Doman overpowers the two brothers and ties them together so they cannot fight anyone anymore. Even though Doman was victorious, he feels defeated because he could not save the blacksmith and feels unworthy to raise the child. Doman goes to a nearby town where he gives the child to a family and begins to leave. As Doman is leaving, the child runs up to him and hugs him, telling him not to leave. Doman's victory. Unsure of his actions, Doman is then again reminded by the vow he made to the blacksmith and agrees to stay and protect the child. He decides to give up fighting and to go against his father's will, and decides to raise the child as his own. He stays with the village and builds his own home, and then learns to live his own life without fighting.